All right, we should be good. I think we are good. I think we are good, man. Welcome back to another episode of the Durl Long channel, the daily rundown, setting the record straight. Welcome back, guys. So, in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the situation that happened between. Hold on. There we go. Today, I'm going to be breaking down the situation that happened between Lady Lucki Maree and Fantasy Island Girl. And from the crux of it, it seemed like Lucky video was about people calling her a coon and people calling her a radical left hyena. At least that's what it seemed like. It seemed like that was the whole conversation. Let me turn this background music on. And let's actually begin the show. I me like that a little bit more. And for those who are always wondering, because I had Queen Sheba hit me up, this camera right here is my MacBook. I think I got an M3 Pro Max, and this camera up here is the Sony A6700. And I'm going to get a headlight on here. That way I can get a little bit more light coming in on this sensor. But for right now, I'm actually just enjoying the quality. Let me put this down just a little bit more. There we go. There we go. All right. So I got Lucky video queued up right here, but I'm going to have myself as the big screen because I don't want to get copyright strike by Lucky at all. Me and her don't have the best history, and the video is not even about having no smoke because I don't really got no smoke for sure. You feel me? Like none at all. Um, if anything, I think that when I watched the video, watching her and Fantasy Island Girl getting going to it, all the rest of that shit, I feel like the best thing for them to do is just really focus on why they became friends in the first place. And to be honest, they both are two pretty girls who people want to hear from. Fantasy Island Girl is smart. Lucky is smart. Hey, Nate, you can come up too and holler at me. You come up, Nate, roll up. I already got one roll. But Nate, let me know. Let me do a little test because my last stream, the visuals was really fucked up, and I part of me feel like it's because I was using the MacBook Air. So I switched to the MacBook Pro Max because I didn't want to have to continue to deal with, any type of bullshit. Like literally at all. I ain't want to deal with nothing at all. So this whole Lucky versus Fancy Island Girl shit, I'm about to break this shit down and see why the girls was fighting. See why the girls was fighting, man. Let's go ahead and get directly into them. Nay, let me drop the link too for Nay. And for if Lucky and Fantasy want to come up and talk about this whole situation, I'm I would love to talk about it. I would love to hear what they got to say. But until then, though, let's go ahead and break the whole shit down.
Ah, the bar. A friend with weed is a friend indeed, but a friend with gold is the best I've known.
They know they can't fuck with you. I knew they couldn't fuck with you when I first seen you.
All right, so let's start with this whole situation. What's up, Nay? Let me bring Nay up here. So the crazy thing about, from what I understood, Lucky was saying in the video was this: it's like you have individuals. She didn't mention any names, but she said there were women in the space who was going back to be around men who didn't respect them, et cetera, et cetera. I took that like she was talking shit about Jazz Noel. Now, I'm not saying that to start anything between the two ladies, but it seemed like that's who she was mentioning in that situation. Now, eventually, she does bring up Fantasy Island Girl, but that didn't really go well. She ended up dropping her, but I just want to show y'all the altercation and we can get shit popping. Shout out to my co-host Nate in the building. I tag Lucky, I tag Fantasy Island Girl, so if they want to watch, they have all rights to come over here. Let's go.
Okay, so wait a minute.
Reasons why I took
Go ahead. What's up, Nate?
I was like, wait a minute. So the Ace Boone Coons are fighting? Damn, Lucky. You done lost all your crew?
Lucky said that in the video. She said that she don't have any more friends. She said that. She said, I'm gonna be transparent with y'all. I don't have a friend group no more. I don't have none of that. She said that.
Is it because of you?
Mm. A whole different conversation right there, Nate, ain't it?
Yeah.
A whole different
Oh, this is gonna
conversation
be
right there,
good.
ain't it?
This is gonna be good.
It's gonna be real good. Let's get it.
Smoke
Under my wing.
one.
I'm like, oh, she got it.
Let's
Hey,
get it.
Lucky Charms. Welcome back to another live stream. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to become a Lucky Charm and be notified. I know y'all like watching that on camera because this is just not a camera conversation. This is very impromptu. And so I just had to address some things because even though these have been in the comments for probably, I've been getting like certain type of comments, I'm gonna tell you in a second, for since last year. Okay, I have been getting the same, and let me just give this disclaimer really quick. If you have a problem with me using cuss words, you might not want to watch this. Okay, if you have a problem with adults using adult language, then you probably should take your Christian ass to another conversation. Because I'm about to explain exactly how I feel this, the way I feel it. And it's important because it keeps me from doing other things that are not, nice on the internet. So I just want to.
No, I will say that, and I am pausing it for a lot of different reasons, mainly because I don't want to get striked. But I
Top on
will
right
say
reason.
this: it's like at the end of the day, you don't want to be in a situation where you're trying to host conversations and people just they want to they people try to make you conform to how they feel instead of actually coming there to hear genuinely what you have to say. Right now, I'm gonna give you the crux of the conversation. Fantasy Island Girl felt like Lucky was too harsh about the black women receiving EBT shit with tyranny, and then she was very she was very adamant that Lucky shouldn't be supporting President Donald Trump. So it seems like that was their whole crux, and that's why the title of the stream as well. I'm addressing being called a coon and a radical leftist. You know what I'm saying?
You mean a radical right? Um,
Yeah,
but
yeah. Sorry, radical right. My bad.
um, okay. I understand the sentiment, but people can choose whoever you want to choose, whoever they chose to vote for. Because right now, we've had them for a year, um, almost a year now, and we're gonna have to deal with them for the next few years. Yeah, we can sit here and holler and scream as much as we want at our other fellow black people as if they not getting a real nigga wake up call right now. But we can holler and scream at them all, as much as we want. They chose who they chose, and yeah, um, we may not want them as part of a group, but you got to understand this: any type of progress that we may have henceforward, they're still going to benefit from it, whether they voted for the man or not. As long as their skin is the same color as ours, they're going to benefit from it. So we can be mad all we want to, but they if they want to blindly support a P3DO, let them blindly support it. You don't have to fuck with them. You don't have to talk to them.
I think that was the
Just
whole thing about it, and that's why I want you to let's get to it so we can hear the arguments because I agree with you.
To make that clear, that point clear real quick. Like the video if you're here to be messy. What's up, big draws? Hold on, let me put so I can see my comments. So the reason why I'm addressing this is because last year y'all may have known I did a video or a live stream about Kamala Harris, right? I did a live stream about Kamala Harris
Curtis said you too beautiful to cuss. Hey. I feel you.
Her name is Kamala.
I did a live stream, a conversation last year where, I was very anti Kamala Harris. Let me just let y'all in on something for the people who don't know. I still feel that way. Okay, just so we're clear. However, in this particular comment, people have over the years have left comments under certain things that I've said, so on and so forth, because they feel like I should just I'm so radical right? They feel like, oh, you didn't vote Kamala Harris, so you're the reason why we are in slavery today. Oh, you didn't do.
I mean, but wouldn't that be
Where's
a
the lie?
valid point, Luck? If you voted for President Trump, wouldn't you be a part of what's the problem today? You got to
I
accept
agree.
that. Shout out to my brother Gore, and shout out to Mr. Logic for being two, Trump supporters who have came forward and said, "Yeah, bro, we was wrong. We was wrong from the very beginning, bro. From the very beginning."
I do not like the people who sit up and use lackluster excuses on why they voted for a man who does not have anything in common with you. Nothing whatsoever.
I
I
agree.
never could. I'm like this fantasizing about this businessman, this rich man. The fantasy of white man gets on my nerves until it does not make any sense. You voted for a man that doesn't even hardly cares about his own children, and you think we supposed to be happy with you? You voted for your oppressor.
This is a fact, unfortunately. And not just their oppressor, you voted for other people to be oppressed as well.
And the people who didn't have to reap the dysfunction that's going on right now. We just came out of a 41-day shutdown because of this idiot. We on the brink of fucking war right now, and you don't y'all still think woohoo go Trump until your son has to be deployed to the army, or if you have kids that are in any branch of military have to be deployed. Then what you got to say for an unnecessary war?
One that don't really need to be fought at all.
I mean, like they have a bill out there where they can just draft you if you're not over the age of 40 at this point.
That's not
Something
what
that
people
happened
really
in the
want. That's not the
1920s
lane
or
they want to go
30s,
down.
right? Like,
But ultimately, look, you voted for this, so you can't be mad about, you know, people blaming you for the problem. You're a part of the problem. You gotta accept that.
hmm so if you see OON, that's what you are. It is what it is. But guess what? Don't sit up and think you're gonna be dancing in that ballroom with him. He gonna put
And
you
that was
out.
Fantasy Island point. So
Go
yeah,
ahead.
that was Fantasy Island point. Let's get back to it.
This, so it's because you voted. Who are the black people that voted this way? So this is what started all of this. Now I've been trying to say, you know what? Let me not address it. It's been some, I ain't gonna say their names, okay? Because I was told don't give these people highlights. But it's been some little old ass heifer, and every time I look at the person that's talking, the bitch is always in the 40 and up club. Okay, she's always some bitch who's always been rejected most of her fucking life. Okay, so when we having these conversations and I'm doing this channel, I've been kind of doing well with ignoring certain stuff that
That was fine.
basically we're in slavery, right? We're in fucking the same
Okay.
whatever. So I noticed, and I've been good at just leaving, abandoning my channel for months on end, then trying to come back, then I get over when I leave, so I've been inconsistent, which has a lot to do with the stagnation, or sometimes I wasn't on this channel at first. A lot of things that have to do with me here on YouTube, where I contemplate keeping this channel, keeping social media in general. Now,
Look, during our time knowing each other, I've always thought that after a while, social media was never a good thing for you because of all the things you had to deal with. And a lot of the things I contributed to, but even outside of me, because that was one of the things that I actually agree with Fantasy Island Girl, because I watched this video from beginning to end earlier. And one of the points that she made is even when you agree with them, they still don't want to accept you for who you are.
They never
It's
will.
the same thing with the conservative group. You can act like these people are for you, but in actuality, these people are not for you.
You're a token. They'll let you know you're a token. And then they disregard you, just like NF, Nick Fuentes. You see how he sit up and discarded Officer Tatum? You see how they discarded Candace Owens? They're discarding, what's the name? The Hedgehog twins, because that's what I
The
call them.
Hodge twins, yeah.
You see how they just own and they just own and dismantling you because y'all were token NIGG with the hard ER. But
Yeah.
I also want to say this: stop using ageism as well, because I'm for sure a lot of those women that were commenting on you were not over the age of 40. Because sweetie, I'm nowhere now. I'm a couple of years from 40, and yeah, I'm like, what you decided to do with your vote was a detriment to us women and yourself, which I don't understand. But I want to see how conservative you really are, because you just simply said I'm gonna do a whole lot of cussing, and you Christians, you call them you Christians, well, Christian nationalism is the Republican Party. You know that, right? But go ahead, girl, speak your piece.
Let's get back to it.
Now, this is what I'm gonna do when every time I want to quit. All right, so I'm gonna just get on this be cussing. So, hi, Courtney. I can't tell you who I'm cussing at. Is multiple people. Now, what triggered this is I have somebody who calls himself my friend. Okay. Now, they have always knew that I was the opposite of the way that I think of them. Matter of fact, this is the reason why I love them as a friend, because they are different. They are very, very liberal. Okay. I must make that clear. So within a year, not only have I had personal debates and arguments with people who feel so pro blackity goddamn black to the point where they want to police what you talking about.
What?
I don't believe that Fantasy Island Girl consider herself pro blackity black because she has a white husband. A white
But
husband that she did a live stream with or pre-recording, and they were talking about how they were in a open marriage, which again that makes her when you say liberal and you say, in my opinion, you're trying to say she's traditional. Nope.
no, traditionalism is not liberalism.
And she also had an OnlyFans too.
That's what I said. I can tell you that right now, liberalism, liberated, has nothing to do with traditionalism. That's the conservative party.
The whole
Conservative
thing is
party.
this, right? Look, y'all had a lot of things in common. Like y'all were birth on both. Listen, both of y'all are pretty. Both of y'all was going along with talking points. When I say that, you and her both was doing videos with Tommy Sotomayor, all the rest of the guys that in this conversation. In my opinion only, you're going to take shots at Jazz because she is hanging around men who are, one day they for her, the next day, they making diss videos claiming that they're trying to correct her. And I will say this, I haven't reacted to her video yet, but I'm going to have to, because the one thing I hate seeing is black women sell themselves short, because black men are so manipulative today, so fucking manipulative. And that whole situation with Fatty and Pearl, I'm gonna address that later on. But Fantasy Island Girl, she was always a real bitch from day one. I like Fantasy Island Girl. Not only do I think she's drop dead gorgeous, she's ridiculously beautiful, in my opinion. But not only that, what really make me drawn to somebody like a Fantasy Island Girl is she a real bitch. And let me tell you why I say that. Because when we all fell out or whatever, because I got videos of her on my channel, but when we all fell out, she chose a side and she never relapsed. she never was like, oh, Daryl over there getting money with Prince Cello or et cetera, et cetera. Let me come make money with him. She never did any of that. And I still remember Lucki and Fatty got into it about the situation with World Class. And then Lucki tried to check Sharon Bracey about doing work with me. And the only person that really stood on business was Fantasy Island Girl, because she was like, I think she had gotten into it with Raw B that day. And she was like, look, niggas, y'all was over there doing business with that nigga after he did A, B, C, and D. And I never went back over there. I never did business with bro. And to me, even when somebody against me and somebody on a whole different side than me, I have to respect when they can just be themselves and stand on their principles. That was my favorite thing that I remember about Fantasy Island Girl, is she stood on her principles. And that's actually one of the things that made me not like Lucki after a while. Because despite being as beautiful as she was, or as she is, whatever, her principles aligned with her pockets. And that's just the facts. If she was going to make money in a situation, her principles was going to align with that. And then when it wasn't beneficial to her, her principles went against that. And to me, that's the sign of somebody who that's like two-faced it, lost, doesn't have their own train of thought, etc., etc., etc.
A robot.
Fantasy Island is pro-black woman. She's not pro-black people. She's pro-black woman. You got it, Nay.
I'm like, her Lucki following the money and see where she must realize where it's gotten her. Lost, abandoned, exiled. Like, by now, I need you to wake up and smell the coffee, sister. They don't care about you. The niggas you running after, they don't care about you. As pretty as you are, because you are a beautiful young lady.
She is. They both are. Her and Fantasy Island.
But I would see, I'm like, because I would see Lucki even getting married by now. I would have thought by now.
Yeah, I can see
You know
that.
what I'm saying? By now, she would have had a happy, loving husband. But I mean,
Like
you don't
Fantasy
have to get
Island
married.
Girl.
I'm like, you don't have. It doesn't. It's not a part of your life. You don't have to get it. But that's what. As much shit as you talk, I don't understand why nobody. I
But she
can
does
see
address all
why.
that too. She does address all of that too about women was telling her she can't get a man. So let me go back to the video, because she does
Oh
address
shit.
a
Okay,
lot
well
of
let
that
me
in the
shut up.
video.
Let me shut
Let's
up.
get it. And Lucky, we gotta pause. Obviously, I know for a fact you're a striker, nigga. I ain't got time for that.
About what you addressing to now, I'm hearing, oh my gosh, these women will not support you, Lucki. These women will not support you. This ain't just this person, just in general, huh? They will not support you unless you start saying things that women want to align with. What the fuck do women align with on a large scale? And I'm a woman, I'm asking that goddamn question because here's a little bit about me.
They align
Okay?
with Kamala Harris.
I understand most black women specifically felt the way about me not aligning with Kamala Harris because Kamala Harris cooked her greens in the bathtub. Okay, and for some reason, because I'm black, I'm supposed to resonate with that shit. Because I'm black, I'm supposed to resonate with the hot girls twerking for the election. Okay, I'm supposed to resonate with the fact that most.
Slow down, mama. Slow down.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Slow
Pause.
the fuck down.
Hold on. Pause.
Wait a minute. Wait. First of all, you're not gonna speed past that like you didn't just say what you just said.
Did you really just sit here? You say it, Daryl, because you know it. You know what I'm thinking. You know what I'm thinking.
You tried. This is what I heard, right? You tried to narrow VP Kamala Harris, right? You tried to lower her down to these actions that you mentioned. You mentioned her cooking greens in a bathtub. What else did she mention?
To
Twerking?
girl, I said, coming from a girl who
I mean, this is diabolical, guys. Let me show you guys something, guys. Hold on. Let me actually stand up and grab this.
I didn't understand that.
Guys, not only
I just
was
ordered my book.
you got to grab that. We got to do a book review now. Yay. For one, VP Harris was already successful before she became the vice president of the most powerful country on the planet. The first woman to ever hold that title. She was already powerful. She was already successful. She already had money. Why not talk about the positive things that she is doing and has done? And this is why Fantasy Island called you a radical rightist or a radical right.
A
She said
MAGA
coon,
coon.
but
A
that's
MAGA
kind of
coon.
harsh, right?
No, it is what it is. It's the truth. A MAGA coon. The type of bitch that will sit there and tell on you if you see us running across the field to feed them. Yeah, you. The audacity for you to say something like that. Coming from a bitch that sit up and had to peg somebody. We ain't gonna bring that up. And you got the nerve to sit up and talk about VP Harris, who's twice as successful and smart as you.
Demon. Complete
The
demon.
nerve and the gall. You will never hold a position like she did. A lot of us women will never even see that position, including myself. I don't want to be there. No, the last thing I want to be is in politics. But for you to sit there and say something like that about this mixed woman, and the reason why you didn't vote for her, well, tell me why you didn't vote for her for real. What policy can you sit here and give us that Trump has that benefits you? I want you to name one. And
You
if you
can't
say the
name
big
anything
beautiful
that
bill,
Trump is doing that would put him in a good light right now.
I said,
So look,
b-
the
b-
reason why people are calling you that is because you're saying shit like what you just said. That was absolutely diabolical, my nigga. What is wrong with you?
the hypocrite of you.
And bro, this is why. And I hope that you and Fantasy come back to be cool, but a lot of people don't want to be around, individuals that are disingenuous and they can't have a conversation about, the potential that they may be wrong. It's hard to deal with those kind of individuals. Don't be like that, man.
For interviews that was pushed to me by these sisters, these sisters, these black queens.
Child.
What was pushed to me was, oh, look at her. She talked to Keke Palmer. She flat ironed her hair too. She get a blowout. But
is that all they told you? Is that all they told you? These sisters, these black queens, as you said, that's all they told you about VP Harris, that she talked to Keke Palmer and flat iron her fucking hair? Luck, what the fuck?
I'm trying to figure out what's the problem with you straightening your hair though. Why do the people say that they just because a black woman straightens her hair or curls her hair, they want to look more European or something? I don't get that.
But for VP Harris to be so accomplished, the thing is, if Donald Trump had done the things if any of these men, any of them had done the things that VP Harris did, she would give them their credit. So why is it so hard for you just to give her credit? If you need the money for the book, we'll send you the book. Simp Nation, we don't hold grudges. We want black people to win. We want you to stop being so bitter. That's what we want, mama. Cause you acting like VP Harris fucked your nigga or something. I don't know, man. Let's keep going. It's a lot of stuff in here.
A whole lot of stereotypes that said, hey, this is why she's for us. Shit that I didn't even care about. Okay, as far as since I've been here, I got on this planet June of 1991. And I have never in my life seen any type of women, and just in general, who've been so pro left and liberal do anything in a community that was pro black other than take their ass to fucking church. And even in a church, they
I told you, man, you've been around the wrong black people. And this is why, Nay, college is so important. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. When you
What you
say like
say?
she just said she haven't seen nobody do anything for the black community
Black women.
outside of going to church.
Black women, just like we didn't sit here and organize the civil rights movement. Just like we gotta sit here
But
and
see, hold on,
organize.
Chris. He said the civil rights. I'm talking about like even in her time. She said June 1991. There has been so many black women doing things in the spaces that she has been in, whether it's because she's a West Coast girl, so we talking L.A. and we talking Las Vegas.
You talking about the Rodney King? You talking about the three strike rule? You talking about the drugs and stuff that was going on in the rehabilitation program that Harris set up in the very state that you fucking live in? What are you talking about, girl? Did you ever do any research? But no, bitch. What did Trump do for you since 1991? Answer that question for me. Besides, look at you and say I'll be dating you in 10 years.
And see, the way I want to have conversations, not I'm not telling you this to talk about how you talk, but I don't even want to talk about what they have done. You should just, as a black woman, if for one, if you need an example, look no further than VP Harris and the things that she has done, right? Not to mention, I mean, everybody growing up learned that Condoleezza Rice became the first black woman to serve in the United States Secretary of State. And I'm pretty sure that was '07, '05, something like that, because by the time I graduated high school in '08, she was already in office. I know that to be completely true. And then you had Stacey Abrams, right? She had a historic run in Georgia and the South. Stacey Abrams is one of my favorite politicians to this day.
She was the first black woman to run for governor and almost win.
She
We
was
have
going
Ketanji
absolutely
Brown.
crazy, bro.
Ketanji Brown, the first black woman to be elected to
Oh
Supreme
yeah,
Court
Ketanji Brown.
Justice.
But VP Harris was going, yep, you're right, Ketanji Brown. But then, because she said 1992, you know what happened in 1992? Now that I think about it, you ever heard of Mae Jemison?
Mae Jemison.
I don't know what month it was, but in 1992, she went to space.
She was the first black woman to go to space.
Yeah, you feel me? So, like, unless we really having genuine conversations about what black women have done, Toni Morrison. I think Toni Morrison passed away. I think she with the ancestors. But I know for a fact that in the 90s, she won a Nobel Peace Prize, 1993. Then you got Ava DuVernay. I was like maybe 22, 23 years old when this happened. But she was the first black woman to ever win the best director of the year. Because she made a movie called A Wrinkle in Time. Have you ever heard of that movie?
I read the book and watched the movie.
Yeah, I didn't read I've never seen the movie and I never
read the book.
I never read the book. She had other projects like the one about the Central Park 5 that I was more interested in.
Yes. I said we just had our first black female mayor in what was that? What was it? What's it? She just won. We just had our first black mayor in Detroit, female mayor in Detroit. That's number one. Then we had another one who just that's number one. There's another one that was their first black female mayor too. I can't remember what state it was. I have to look again. But it's been so many positions that black women have been able to achieve since the since the early 1970s until now, that you should be proud to be in the skin you're in, a black woman that could and could still possibly achieve a goal, a proper goal or success as much as they did. But you think that bashing Kamala Harris, the grift, is going to help you grow your platform. No, no, it's not gonna. It's not helping you now. It is not helping you when you started, and then when it ends, it's still not gonna help you.
And the
You
one thing I
losing your
want to tell you
friends,
too,
good
look, if
friends,
you wanted
girl.
to know, the one thing too I wanted to tell you, look, if you wanted to know anything about a black woman who impacted your community, let me go ahead and type this in the chat. Her name is Dr. Kesmikia Corbett. Let me put that in the chat right now too, for those, because I know they're gonna say, who is this? Dr. Korsmikia Corbett. Have you ever heard of her name?
No, I actually haven't.
This black woman, if people who did not know, she was one of the 10 doctors that worked on the C-19 vaccine.
Oh yeah, okay, that's her.
She was the only
Oh, the only one too. Oh
African
yeah.
American individual to work on the vaccine. One could say
She
that a
made
black
history.
woman played a hand in saving the
Millions of
fucking
lives.
country.
Mm-hmm. 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 That's true.
And for those who don't know, Dr. Corbett is only 40 years old. She's only
Oh
fucking
damn.
43rd. She was born in 1986.
Oh yeah.
And Nate, if I showed you a picture of her, drop dead gorgeous. Lord have mercy. Anyway, no need to sexualize Dr. Corbett.
That's
But
not
now
sexualizing. Beautiful women is beautiful women. We admire beautiful
she's
women.
hosting seminars about vaccines and variants.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Working at Harvard Medical School.
Man.
Specifically, Harvard Chan School of Public Health. For those who are, for those who might inquire. But again, look, when you you gotta talk to smart individuals. Y'all be talking to people just because y'all want to get views and all that. You gotta be true to yourself. The reason why a lot of y'all want to give up on this because, like I tried to tell other individuals recently, it's no love in this game, especially for black women. There's so many black women who are out here achieving tremendously incredible things, but there's even more men who are willing to shame them, demonize them, patronize them. And the one thing that they love more than anything else is when a pretty young thing like yourself come along to agree with them. And that's why I'm gonna let you, because I could just skip to the Fantasy Island thing and skip all the context, but even after me and your history, I'm not a whole ass nigga. I'm not even gonna do like that. I want people to understand how you feel, but more importantly, your context. Because Fantasy Island was in the chat. Listen to your goofy ass. Then she ended up coming up and had to say, "Come on, now, this is why we having problems now." And I'm glad that I got Nay up here to see if she gonna agree with you or Fantasy Island Girl. It's about to get wicked. Be fucking.
Turn a blind eye to things that harm their own fucking community. Okay, so excuse me if I don't fucking just align with somebody because they want to pander to our stereotypes and things that they say. Now, this is where the conversation get crazy, because when I review stuff, oh, why you not coming at Trump? Well, what do you want me to say other than the fact that they did give us 2 assholes to vote for, if you want to point that out? One of them has always been an asshole. I don't think nobody here.
No.
Whoa.
No. No, luck. You can say a lot more about Donald Trump than just saying they both are assholes, because when you say they both are assholes, you're not talking about Donald Trump no longer. You're talking about Kamala Harris. Let me listen. The list of things that Donald Trump has done wrong is fucking ridiculous. Like, I don't even want to get into the Epstein files because it has yet to be concrete, you know what I'm saying, concrete evidence that he participated in any illegal activity. But nevertheless, the fact that he was filmed with and took photographs with bro around the exact same fucking time that they had shit popping is suspect. In the same way, look, that when I watch your videos, you was holding women accountable for being with that nigga Diddy. I just don't understand that.
They ran
So
the same
on a
ring.
list, I actually compiled a list on Gemini very quickly for you. Let's start right here. Number one, Donald Trump has had a lot of legal violations and court findings. There are instances where courts has formally found Donald Trump or his organization is liable for breaking the law. Let's start with the first one. And in May of 2024, a New York jury found President Donald Trump guilty of 34 felony counts for falsifying business records. Child. The court found that he illegally concealed reimbursements to his lawyer at the time, who was Michael Cohen, for quote unquote hush money. And this payment was to an adult actress by the name of Stormy Daniels, who this payment was to prevent her story from affecting the 2016 election, which is unconstitutional. It's un-American, look. So when you say only way I can hold down Trump accountable is to say, well, they both had we had two bad people to vote from. No, Kamala Harris has never been convicted of a crime, my baby. In February of 2024, sorry guys, I've been drinking. In February of 2024, a New York judge ruled that Donald Trump and the Donald Trump organization had engaged in years of financial fraud by inflating his net worth by billions of dollars to secure better loan and insurance rates. Donald Trump was ordered to pay over $350 million in penalties plus tax and was temporarily banned from serving as an officer in New York companies. What are you talking about? This is the one I actually knew about years ago. In 2019, Donald Trump was ordered to pay $2 million in damages for misusing funds from his charitable foundation. He admitted to using his charity money for political purposes, settling legal obligations for his businesses, and purchasing personal items. Some items, for example, the jury found that he had a $10,000 portrait painted of himself that came directly from the charity. The foundation that he created, the Trump Foundation, was dissolved as a result of Donald Trump actions. So, when you talk about the things that he has done wrong, and you talk about Joe Biden or Kamala or Barack Obama or Tim Walz, you're not actually holding him accountable. And again, that's why Fantasy Island feels the way that she feels. See, y'all need to stop messing with niggas who don't know nothing, and people who don't listen to y'all, and people who don't read, people who don't think, especially if they're not a part of this motherfucking country. Lord have mercy.
Thinks he's not an asshole. I don't think he thinks he's not an asshole. Okay, but if we had these conversations, the motherfuckers be so stuck in the goddamn internet where they like, oh my gosh, Lucki, these men are so like this. If you want these men, you want to be a pick-me, mammy ass bitch. So you want to get these men, forgetting that I just think the way I think, and some men just align with it. This channel would not be even doing anything if it wasn't for over 80% of men who watch.
Yes, because you'll pick me, mammy ass bitch. That's what you never mind.
Child, listen, now I'm getting at a full screen. God damn it!
That is you. You're saying everything that a man wants to hear. You saying all these things to the detriment of yourself, and still none of those men are choosing you, girl. What are you talking about? They still going after the women that give them a challenge. They not going after no woman that sit up and agree with everything they say. I don't know why y'all don't understand that shit.
Bro.
I don't know why you don't understand that shit. Speaking against yourself shows about your character. What man would accept a woman who would sit there and speak against her own character? What makes you think he would like you speaking up for him? You're not going to say nothing good about his character. You're not going to tell the truth because you sit here talking about your own goddamn. What?
My thing about the whole situation too is like, why not just tell the truth? You don't really feel this way. A lot of these, like, a lot of the pick-me's that are actually attractive, they don't date the niggas that be in the chat. And you know, the niggas that you know that they fucking cater to, they don't be on the chat. She said what she said. Her channel wouldn't be shit without the men over there supporting. And that's why they call you a pick me. That's why they call you a radical right coon, because you're going against your actual beliefs to get $1. And I'm not gonna say anything about that, because there's so many different way that people live their lives out here, and we all need money to pay for our children, for Christmas, for bills.
Right.
I don't know what you got going on in your life. Maybe, I'm not gonna say maybe, we all need more money, right? So I can't really say shit about that, but I will say this. At what point do you really realize that you're not making the money that you should be making because you're not being true to yourself? Right? You, Venus, and others really had an opportunity, Fantasy Island Girl, to genuinely come together and have probably one of the prettiest, most well thought, put together, well diverse panels. I pitched that a long time ago. And to this day, I will pitch it again. If you, Fantasy Island Girl, Jazz, and others came into the space, invite people like a Tyranny. Invite people who have different opinions. That those panels, y'all would have a #1 show in our space. Am I lying, Nay? Everybody will watch it, and then they won't want to fucking react to it, because, as you just said, your channel won't be shit without men. So imagine if y'all had a channel where it was a super channel for women, like fucking Sim Nation was, except it wasn't me, a man, running it. It was y'all women doing it, and y'all was actually standing on business. Do an interview with Crystal and Carolyn, like I did. If you don't know who that is, she runs the Pink Pill podcast. Why are y'all settling for a few pennies that a few men will give you, when we know, and you know, that women are the #1 consumers? They spend the most money.
We spend the most money, yeah.
You hustling backwards. That's all I'm trying to tell you, dog.
Men are there just to look at you and say, tell you how pretty you are. They're not throwing money. As long as you're not twerking, they ain't throwing that much money at you, girl.
And I'm not saying she ain't built for that no more, because I don't really want to get into that.
Shut up.
But she, like, you're not built for that, mama. You gotta relax. Anyway, let's go back to the video, B.
Me. Only time women want to come, other than the traditional women, if it's some shit where it seems like we get to talk about niggas. Okay? Where I have the least experience, not that much experience. Okay? And one of the issues that triggers me is because it was also a conversation just in general, won't say this person's name, where it was like, if something happened to me where I was deleted, or events that happened before, harassed online, men are not going to speak up for you. Men are going to defend you. It's going to be these same women that speak up for you. I must tell y'all, I know this sounds harsh and ignorant, take it how the fuck you want to take it. If I die today, God forbid, by way of anything, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm dead. Okay? I have transitioned. Now I get it may matter to people still living. They gonna clown me. It don't even matter. Y'all laughed at.
I'm worried about you, dog. Like, I have let go a lot of hurt and pain from a lot of people in the past, and a lot of that has to do with my wife and the life that we have now. But in all honesty, dog, I'm worried about you.
Yeah, I'm starting to get a little concerned.
Like real shit.
I'm starting to get a little concerned, for real. Are you okay, girl? For real? Like, all honesty, are you?
You're
okay?
not okay. You're not okay.
Because you. No.
Later on in the video, Nate, she said she lost all her friends. Like,
to be alone, no, that's
I
not
lost
a good
lot
thing.
of friends on YouTube too. That's why I'm glad I have a big family, Nate. But one of the reasons why, like, Sim Nation is so strong now is because we stood the test of time. Everybody tried to pull us apart. Everybody, they was willing to pay y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody. You just got to choose your principles and live with it. That goes for Fear, because Fear, she would be here too if she could. I know she probably busy. Kissing on Guru, child.
Kissing on Guru, child. Get
Yeah,
off of
babe,
her.
babe, it's gonna get even more wicked, babe. It's just starting. We only 8 minutes in. This shit wicked.
Kevin Samuels death while y'all still having these
And she said she was gonna leave it up. So shout out to Shorty.
conversations. Do I like? I mean, come on now. Do I think that I'm that special? However, what's pissing me off though, right? How can people as my friends say that they're my friends when they only want to support me if I'm saying what the fuck you want me to say? Why is it that me as a person who's so quote unquote, oh, she's so conservative, why is it that a person would say, hey, you know, let's try to get you to think more like me? I don't try to get nobody to think more like me. I accept people for being the fucking weirdos that they are. However, if they see me as something, I gotta be investigated. I gotta be highlighted. I gotta be checked in which ways to Sunday from anybody, whoever, as to Lucki, you should be like this. Lucki, you need to be doing more like this because you're a woman. But women don't fucking support me unless I say what you want me to hear. Or if I have a dick, let me start a business with a woman or any type of creative anything. Bitches want to go where niggas are. The best pick me is a bitch you see sitting on a panel where none of the talking points serve her ass, and she's sitting her dumb ass up there waiting to get some sort of attention. Because as long as she gets some attention, she's validated.
Child, listen.
Girl, then you describing yourself, ain't you? You just said your whole audience is basically male. So you sitting your pretty ass up there with your titties out, makeup done, hair laid to the side, trying to I ain't lost my train of thought because that shit was funny as hell when she said that. But yeah,
Not only is she describing herself in this moment, I genuinely feel like listen, I'm not being messy when I say this, but I feel like she was talking about Jazz in this moment. And when last time you seen Fantasy Island Girl on any goddamn panels? The thing about it is this, dog. Look, your intro is Anton giving you a compliment, saying, I knew they couldn't fuck with you when I first met you. And you still like at 6,000 or 7,000. I don't know how many subscribers you got, but I know you're not where you want to be. And he not gonna help you. He's not gonna put you in a position like he tried to put Fatty and Ali, like he put Q in a position. She don't even gotta do shit. She hosts the show every now and then. He wants y'all niggas working slaving every week. Listen, trust me, bro. Fantasy Island Girl is a good friend. If she don't want to support when you're talking about women don't deserve food stamps and women don't deserve this and they need to not let food stamps come back. And I know you enough to know you don't have no empirical data to actually validate and substantiate those points. You don't. And on top of that, you are a recipient of those benefits. What mother wants to see a child starving because of politics? I think that you have grown to have no empathy because no empathy was shown towards you. That's how I feel.
Sounds like a loser bitch to me. But then when I say stuff like that, oh my gosh, I just can't. She's so against women while sitting in a fucking arena where everything is against you as a woman according to how you feel. But
damn.
Yeah, that's Jazz. She is talking straight about Jazz. But you used to sit in that same arena, so I'm confused though.
Oh my God, dog. Listen.
You used to be on Anton Dick and talking shit about him behind his back, so I'm confused as hell.
I'm listening saying, sure, you might as well do the whole, you know what I'm saying, LA South Central shit and just go for it, bro. Go for it. I used to tell her ass, you can't go to war halfway. You got to go in that shit all in.
You might as
well. Bro, you talking about her ass for sure. And I get it, because truth be told, I had the same sentiment. When I was watching Jazz break down the situation with Pearl, I was enjoying her commentary, her thought process, unfiltered. And to have it disturbed by a foreigner who called Tupac Tupac, who believes that Tupac was a thug, who said, well, look at the thug life tattoo, not understanding what thug life even means. Right? Not understanding that Tupac brought gangs together, Blood and Crips together, and oh my God. So I understand the sentiment. This is why, again, I am the sent God.
You're gonna be some guy so long.
The
though.
one and fucking only. I am highly intelligent and I am here to help y'all ladies win. I already gave other ladies in this space a few free advice. I'm gonna give out more even now. Y'all need to come together. Do shows about what's important to women. The same way that Jazz, they got Jazz in every thumbnail. Y'all need to go team up with her and other women and put these niggas on every thumbnail and do content about their bullshit rhetoric and then break it down in Gemini, Chat GPT, and disprove their content.
Make it look
if you don't do it, I'm going to get a group of women, especially by the time I get into Vegas and my wife is more cheerful. Y'all are fucked because I'm going to get a group of women and we're going to have a fucking in-person show. And you're going to be so fucked because I'm going to get a group of sophisticated women, and I already got 3 of them already pretty much in place, all with college degrees, all with in successful relationships. Listen, the best thing for you to do is to come together, because Fatty don't care about y'all, Ali don't care about y'all, and like I told y'all before, if you want to say you don't give a fuck about me, that's cool. Do it for y'all. You're a mother to a daughter only. Lady Charms, Lucky Charms. Do it for her. As your friend Fantasy Island tried to tell you, these people are not going to accept you because they don't like black women. Both of y'all are baby mamas, you and Fantasy Island. You know what that means? It's over. They would have a better chance getting in as a big girl with no kids than y'all just because you a baby mama and you know this. You know this. You know how they move. And Jazz, she don't got no kids. The reason, if Jazz had a baby and she talked the way she talked to these niggas, you know what they'd do, Nay. Every time she speak. But did your baby daddy have to work hard for that pussy? You want a man to have to come with 100,000? Are you? And does your baby daddy make 100,000? It's too easy. But nevertheless, I agree with that point. It's a valid point, but wrong messenger.
Let me say something that says, you know what? Let's just talk about why people are literally conservative. Right. Let's just talk about that. If you align more with the, you know what, I'm more of a person that I don't really agree with government dependency like that. Matter of fact, if I wanted to, it says that I don't really fit the description in the state that I'm in to apply for that type of stuff if that was my life. I'm not against the people who were raised on that. I understand that. I'm not above that. Why does that make me sound bougie to black people? Oh, I guess because we are under this coon fucking mentality that says, hey, if you don't vote Democrat, you not black. Can y'all tell me when was any president in office that was not racist or who was so pro again for people? Don't worry. Let's not mention Obama. I don't see people calling out Obama. Oh, well, what happened to all y'all? No, we just let shit.
People never called out Obama.
You think if people didn't call out Obama, they still talk about Obama to this fucking day? Like, what the fuck is you talking about? Yeah, Obama did something. They literally called him the porter in chief, for Christ's sake.
People didn't call out Obama, look? I can just prove that one easy. My memory is a fucking tank. All you gotta do is type in Obama tan suit.
That's it. And
Too easy.
They used to call this man the porter in chief because he deported so many doggone people. Like, oh my god.
Why you playing with me like
Do
this,
we
bud?
need to do this? Do we need to go down this road?
I really don't want to. But the fact that you said Obama was never held accountable is insane. So let me remind you, in just one tiny instance when he was.
The president came out addressing reporters on Thursday, and he was wearing this tan suit.
President Obama's decision to wear a light tan suit at yesterday's news conference. He was wearing a tan suit.
Light tan suit. I think it was shocking to a lot of people. Is this an effort to make him look warmer?
No, make him look warmer.
There's no way I think any of us can excuse what the president did yesterday. I mean, and then for him to walk out. I'm not trying to be trivial here, but in a light suit, light tan suit,
Also known as Tangate.
Tan.
Lady Luck. Obama was put under so much fucking scrutiny that Obama couldn't even wear a fucking tan suit without foxing the fucking radical right on his ass. Hey, Nate, he trying to appear more warmer to the audience and shit. Don't even get me started on Obamacare. Don't even get me started on. They did a fucking show where they broke down and they went in the streets and asked Americans, "Hey man, which one would you vote for? The Affordable Care Act or Obamacare? Which one would you vote for? The Affordable Care Act or Obamacare?" I ain't fucking with Obamacare. I go with the Affordable Care Act every time. Little did these people know, beknownst to them, they were the same fucking thing. You fucking. And that's part of the reason why people don't respect what you call the right, because a lot of y'all don't know the fuck y'all talking about. Like you, right now, saying that Obama was never criticized.
To go. When is Trump the first racist president? I'm waiting to see who the fuck about to tell me. I'm confused. Okay, let's keep going. Okay,
Trump not the first racist president. Shit, Barack Obama deported more people while he was in office. But it's about how you do things. See, our parents raised us, and my mother and my father used to tell me it's not about how you do something, son. It's not about what you say, it's about how you say it. It's not about what you do, it's about how you go about doing it. And at the end of the day, if you have to learn that lesson sometimes the hard way. And that's just the facts, man. Hey, shout out to my motherfucking MacBook Pro. I look good on this bitch, you feel me? That's all I gotta say, man. Let me keep going, B.
if I align more with religious values, I'm not a religious person, but when they give you one or the other, I don't see most of us going into the independent section. Do you? No, I don't either. So we got to either pick one or the other, right? If we want to be involved in this vote or die shit that BET been pushing, right? The black people, vote or die. What do they mean? Only vote for what we want you to vote for, while the people pushing pushing the narrative for you to vote for what you vote for are going to vote in their best financial interest, which is on the other side. They just get paid a coin to parade in front of your black ass to make you think you're doing the black job if you vote here. Does that not sound very racist? Oh, okay, so you might as well just have a fucking whole a rally and put some fucking chicken out there if you want black people. That's what the campaign looked like to me. However, you know, black people are like,
slow down, look, you gotta relax, dog.
Did she just say parade you around like the just like the Trump administration do, the bag of folks? That's all they do is
The
parade.
fact that you just said parade chicken around black folks, and that's how you get the black vote. I tried to tell you that you need to be around educated people. That's why my friend Kim tried to be a good friend to you. You needed somebody like Kim. Shout out to my friend Kim. Shout out to all the devastating divas of Delta Sigma Theta Incorporated. You needed sophisticated women around you because growing up in South Central was probably like growing up in Detroit. But the thing about it is my father was a Mason. My father graduated from Howard University. Like I was around a lot of successful men, right? And you need that type of influence because the thing that you're saying is very, 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 very stereotypical and it's very harsh. Saying that you can just parade watermelon at a fucking Democratic convention to get the black vote. It's ridiculous and it's demeaning to yourself. You are a black woman. Your daughter is a black woman. Your mother is a black woman. Your friend, Fantasy Island Girl, is a black woman. You can have, and I learned this after a while when I got over my pain, when I had to let my hurt go. That's step one. Let all that hurt go. Step two is have an open heart and an open mind, because if you don't, we're going to have a situation like right now where we got people suffering, children going without eating, women losing their rights because of Roe v. Wade. Fucking here in Chicago, ICE going absolutely fucking berserk. At some point, in order for sympathy to come to you, you have to give sympathy out. We can't be the same people that we was years ago, bro. That's why I'm not on here talking about a lot of shit that I used to talk about and trying to attack you. I'm genuinely worried about you. And I think Fantasy Island Girl is a good friend. I think she worried about you as well. I think that you need to heed her advice and heed her counsel, because she's intelligent, successful. She's, from my understanding, an officer of the law. So she would have maybe some insight about, especially working so closely with the military, she would have some insight maybe into why President Trump being in office is not a good thing. And maybe, just maybe, you're wrong about this one. You got to be open to that possibility. My wife says, what in the fuck is she talking about? The other side voted based on personal feelings of misogyny, racism, and their hatred of non-white people. I agree. The other side the other side didn't vote because of the politics. They literally voted because of whiteness. I agree. When you got Charlie Kirk saying that black women don't have the brain processing power to be pilots or to be nurses or doctors, and we literally have a black woman and Dr. Kismikia Corbett who literally worked on the C-19 vaccines to save people's lives. It just goes to show you that we're dealing with disingenuous people. And I'm sorry to hear that you're a part of that side. Right? We need more black women to wake up. Please. Before it's too late.
Yeah, but if we're gonna compare it to this, hey, yeah, but you're not really this. You're a coon, Lucki. You're a sellout. Even in the video, I said, according to people, I definitely am a sellout. If policing or critiquing our behavior and how we look as far as our image makes me a sellout, bitch, I'm selling it.
But you sound stupid as hell. You sound stupid as hell.
You got it.
You sound stupid as hell. Why would you sell out your own people? I would never in my life get online and talk bad about my own fucking people, especially to satisfy my oppressor. What the fuck are you talking about? You sound ignorant as fuck, luckily. Unlucky, because you've been unlucky for a long time. I don't understand why people sit up and think that that's cool to talk about to sit up and try to correct your own race in front of white people, to satisfy white people, when they don't even give a fuck about if you live or fucking delete yourself. Like, what the fuck is you girl?
Very disappointing to hear, ain't it?
Yes, I would. I sure would. And what you think they gonna give you, a cookie and a slap on the motherfucking butt or something? What the fuck?
That's a
What you think they gonna give you, bitch?
Girl, they still not gonna fuck with you. You want some goofy shit right
You
now.
on some crazy ass shit, and all they doing is laughing at you. They don't sit up and think they don't think what you're doing is cute. Don't nobody think what you're doing is cute.
Now, Lucky goes on for a while. And I'm not gonna go through the whole thing because she goes on for like another hour. And there's no way I'm gonna watch the whole thing. So let me go and go to what we all came here for, which is her and Fantasy Island. Let's play it now.
We all make the world go around. So, hey, love you, man, for real. Like you beautiful.
Thank you. I always, and I'll be getting your messages too. I'll need them.
For sure. Be blessed.
Thank you. Hey, girl, what's up? You're muted.
Hello, can you hear me?
What's up, girl?
Hey, I saw the title and I just been listening to what you have to say. I understand your frustration, especially I've been listening to you talk about the way people respond to your videos for a while. So I definitely understand the frustration. And I was not trying to make you feel like I'm not your friend because I don't agree with your political views. I've never agreed with your political views and we've been friends for so long. So that's not necessary. I just wanted you to understand these people are never going to side with you because y'all are on two different sides, basically, is all I was saying. So you're never going to get their acceptance.
She was right. They're never going to side with you. They're never going to look at you as somebody who is equal to them. Part of it because you're a black woman, another part of it because you have no education, no background, and another part of it because you are a baby mama, a single baby mama with no husband. This is how they think about you.
He's a bunch of nigga, a joke to them. And sat there and sold out your own people. How disgraceful can you be? Nobody want to. Do you think they want to fuck? What makes you think people don't want to fuck with you when they realize that you sell out your own people? What makes you think they gonna trust you, girl? If you sit there and sell out your own people, what makes you think they're not gonna sell out? You're not gonna sell them out. There's no trust that's gonna be made there.
I know you will.
And I hope you understand that. I hope you understand the consequences of what you just did.
Lord have mercy. Let's keep going, child.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
I'm on my phone, so I'm doing a whole lot of stuff. Okay. So I think the problem is because you are a heavy disagreeer. Your disagreements are trying to crucify mine and scrutinize mine like the people in the comments. And I never come against anybody's differences. My thing keeps going out. However, it gets frustrating because as much as I get in front of bullets that are meant for you and defend, you may not know. It is very disheartening that you constantly put me in the same box as these people in the comments.
So you feel like I'm putting you in the box because I'm asking you questions instead of being like, I rock with whatever you're saying? Because I have to ask questions. I've always been like that. I'm going to ask questions. But even when I was asking you questions, I made sure I delivered it in a way to make you know, hey, I'm not saying that you're a monster. I'm not saying that I don't love you. We don't agree. And I think that's completely fine. We haven't agreed on so many things. I have not been trying to be nasty to you. I haven't called you any names. I'm not saying, yeah, these bitches are right. I'm always like, fuck these bitches. But that's not the point. The point is when you call me and you're upset about something and you give me your side, you have to accept that I also have an opinion on what you brought to me, and I'm just going to give you my opinion.
I think that's valid. Sometimes friends expect friends to just be like, well, I'm gonna agree with you, or I'm just gonna be quiet and listen to you. No, she has valid pushback and she wants to give that valid pushback. Don't call me if you want me just to listen to you and not say shit. I'm not that person. I don't want to do that shit. And I think your mic went out. Are you saying something? Yep, your mic definitely went down. But at the end of the day, man, I think that you kind of overreacted. I'm about to play the rest of the video. It's late. We got shit we got to do in the morning. I got to drive to Milwaukee. Let's go.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Hi, Omni.
Hey, what's going on?
What's up? As I'm trying to correct I'm gonna respond in a second. I'm trying to correct my phone. Go ahead, Omni.
Oh, so I just wanted to point out something when it comes to liberalism. I find liberalism to be very with how it treats Black people in particular to be very insulting. And a prime example is the link that I sent to you in the back. You don't have to look at it now. Look at it at your own leisure. But these ideas come from a white woman named Judith H. Katz. This was posted on the Smithsonian, the Black part of the Smithsonian, the African American Culture History Museum. And you know, the way that she talks about Black people and whiteness is that, you know, hardworking is a trait of white culture. The family unit is a trait of white culture. That these things, the Democrat, I'm saying that
You expect certain friends to support you, or just in general, and it's not just one type of friend; it's male friends as well. But because I don't share certain ideologies, I'm automatically put into a box, or I'm given these certain jokes.
Sorry, you cut out there for a second. Look.
Yeah, I'm driving now, y'all. Sorry. But yeah, it does go into that. So I just kind of wanted to have a conversation with people to see what they thought, because it does get frustrating for a channel that I kind of don't know if I wanted to keep, you know, and then if the channel is seen as though I have to pander to one way or the other. And even people who you do want to support, you get advice from, their ideologies makes it sound like you need to, or this is what it is because I can see why they think this way. It's just kind of like, then why the fuck do people fuck with you then? If I gotta think like a person wants me to think, and I'm accepting other people's differences, I don't police, you should do this, you should do that. But if I have an idea that says, okay, let's look at this in more of a different light, it's always scrutinized because it's not the popular way to think. And so now it makes me think.
That's why you gotta be true to yourself. Your problem is you keep trying to do things to impress everybody else and to serve them. Like, one of the channels I think you would grow watching if you watch Yanni. Real Talk with Yanni has talked about this for years, how she do what's best for her now. Her channel is for her, for women. It's not meant for anybody else. Anybody who don't like it, they have the right to not be there. That's what it is. You're not doing everything that you need to do to serve yourself. And that's part of the reason why you had this issue. Even your connectivity issues, man, get that shit together.
What is the Black popular way to think? And then what does that do with the other Black people who don't think like that? It ain't no group to go into. I'm not a Democrat. Okay, I'm standing independent. You standing independent. Who over here with us? Who we gonna vote for here? I'm no nigga is an independent but Kanye West. Okay, then you go.
What? That's that ignorant shit I'm talking about. That's that ignorant. Like, what are you talking about? Why are we even talking about Kanye West in a political conversation? Why? Lord have mercy. Let me keep going.
And you say, you know what? Conservatives, if you have a conversation, you realize you align more with the real views, which when Black people were into Republicans. Now, neither party has gave a fuck about us. Let's keep it the fuck real. No, not in the conversation. So if you say, you know what, let me not think about race. Let me just think about who I am as an American and what I could work with in the state that I'm in and vote based on that. My God, are these niggas about to help us, Omni?
No, they're
oh my
not.
God, I don't care if Kendrick Lamar put a library in Washington, D.C. How the fuck does that help the rest of our dumbasses in the other 49 states?
It's crazy that you said that because, you know, Obama's working on his.
This is why, look, there's a difference between local politics and national, federal politics. You need to focus on what your local government is doing. If you want to know how the politics around you are genuinely impacting you, then you need to focus on local politics. Let me break this down for you. because I want you to understand truly, my love. I don't want you to walk away from this and no other person walking away from this feeling stupid. A lot of the times, y'all having these conversations. Now, I understand that your local politics matter more. For example, well, I don't live technically in Chicago, but let's say if I live actually in Cook County, it would be very important to me this next mayor, who is going to be the next mayor, because Brandon Johnson seemed to be somebody who was universally disliked and somebody who has failed the city of Chicago, right? So at the end of the day, if you're not focusing on um if you're not focusing on local positions, this would be like your mayor, your governor, etc. You're not going to understand what's happening around you and why the politics are actually impacting you. You're not. For example, in New York, they just brought in Mayor Mondani, who is trying to have free parking, et cetera, et cetera. If he's able to actually do these different things, which I don't believe he will, but if he can do these things, it's going to have a crazy impact on every New Yorker that lives there, that voted for him. Let's keep going, man.
Museum / library at this very moment in Chicago is being built in Chicago. It's vastly over budget. No. It's vastly over budget, I think to the tune of $1 billion, while the city of Chicago in and of itself is over budget to the tune of $1 billion. So the money that went to the museum could have actually been spent for the community itself.
You know, these starving families, because I can't believe Trump did this for the Thanksgiving holidays.
In the first, and not even in the first year, has spent in the first month of his presidency, he spent $1.4 trillion and added almost $2 trillion to the deficit in less than 12 months. And you worried about boy?
And see, y'all, I know y'all worry about the wrong shit because I'm in Illinois and I haven't heard about no fucking Kendrick Lamar library opening in Chicago because there's so much more important things happening here. You need to focus on the politics that impact you locally, right? The things that are going to impact you as somebody who lives in the city that you live in. I've never heard of Kendrick Lamar building a even now when I look into it on Gemini, it don't say anything about Kendrick Lamar building a library in Chicago. Or whatever.
Oh, DC.
I gotta look into it. I don't fuck with Kendrick no more after that Drake shit.
But I'm like, you worried about a library, but at the same time, he's taking black historic items out of the Smithsonian as we speak. He's deleted well over 600 black books.
I agree.
That children will never read about their history. And you're sitting here worried about a damn library where probably a black book won't be found in? What?
Lord have mercy.
Oh, God.
My gosh, what is Obama? You got this. Oh, and guess what? I guess black people have nothing to say about that. He's so pro-black. He's giving us a museum somewhere we're not going to go. My goodness.
Chicago's a tourist.
And matter of fact, we go to Chicago. We're going downtown Chicago to smoke hookah and shake our ass.
What?
We're not going to museums. Yes. Matter of fact, let me know when you take a bitch on a date to a museum. Make sure she's liberal. Let's see what she says. It's gonna sound like she probably want a more conservative dinner.
Oh no, me and my wife go to museums. Me and my wife go to museums.
Oh, you're married.
Yeah, I took my wife to an aquarium, to a museum. Like for one, if you go downtown to the Chicago museum, very beautiful. The architecture is very historic. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of reasons to go. So a lot of people go down there. Again, you need to be around sophisticated people. When you dating street niggas in Las Vegas, you might not be around motherfuckers taking you to the museum. You need to change the people you around, and you would change a lot that's going on in your life. A lot of inconsistencies, a lot of lack of love. And like Nate said, you should be somewhere married by now. You shouldn't even be online having to pander to fucking grown men. That should be beneath you by now. Shame.
So you don't count. But let me tell you, the fact, and you see where it gets frustrating, because then you have like I'm always kind of, I don't know what the fuck I'm about to do with this show. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep going because people tell me to keep going.
Yes, do keep going. This is the thing, Lucki. People are going to disagree with you, but you get to determine who you allow the truth of things.
No, up to you. What's up, Fantasy? You had any other thoughts?
No, I was just waiting for you to address what I said.
Damn. Not her waiting quiet for you to address what the fuck she said.
But I'm like, she did go in a whole circle. Like she came. I'm like, I don't need big head ass come up there and lick on your booty a little bit instead of answering the question that Fantasy Island asked you. I'm like, okay, and you see why people don't take you seriously. Like, okay, girl.
There we go.
Okay. Well, I thought I kind of addressed it. Okay, what is it that you wanted me to address specifically? Is it the fake pro-black?
No, it's not the fake pro-black. It's the expectations of your friends when y'all don't have the same political views.
Well, I think the expectation is, if this is the thing I feel with relationships in general, they do have to have an alignment, right? So if most of what I align with is outside of you and what you align with, and you feel like these people feel, then I don't know how we are anything. You get what I'm saying?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. But our relationship has nothing to do with our political side at all. So when we do bring up politics and we have these discussions, it does turn left, because at the end of the day, we know that we're on two different ends of the spectrum. But in this specific case, I didn't even turn left on you. I just asked you questions.
We do know you want to do
you
this
were like,
live,
oh, you
right?
sounding like these bitches. Like,
you do know you
I
want to
do
do this
sound like
live,
these
right?
bitches, but you know I'm not them. I've never been them. So with that in mind,
Pilates class. You do know you want to do this live, right?
I'm just saying, with that in mind,
we can do it.
I'm just saying, with that in mind, I don't expect you to think that I'm not your friend, or I'm not cool with you because of your political views. When it would have been more apparent last year during the election cycle, right? We would have stopped being friends last year.
They think we're falling out. Okay, so let's make this big. Let's talk about exactly.
Not. Look, you're not even listening to what your friend is
You're
saying.
not even listening to what your friend. But look, you know what? Fantasy Island-Girl, that's what your ass get, because you thought just because y'all were friends that she wasn't gonna treat you the same way she did those other women. You thought just because your relationship was a tad bit longer and y'all met a couple of times that she wasn't an all for herself type bitch. See, I have to get on you, girl, because you noticed this behavior of how everybody around her started falling off. Why y'all didn't have that panel that y'all had anymore? That would have been a nice panel, but y'all don't have that shit no more. Because political views shouldn't really separate people, especially your friendship. You should be able to have a disagreement and move on with your lives, because it's more to life than politics. But clearly, you don't even value your friendship, even though y'all have different political views. You don't even value your friendship with this girl. So she's the main one that bats for you. She goes to combat with you. She is the one that sits here and gives you the most validation on this space than any man that you have sat here and picked me for. Okay,
Yeah, she
and you got
was the only one that really held her down that I remember when doing our altercation. She was the only one that really was like, yeah, fuck that nigga Daryl. She was standing on 100% business, so I was surprised to see all of this shit personally.
Yes, this is sad to look at. But Fantasy Island-Girl, that should have the way you see people do, other people don't think it's never going to be done to you. That's why you expect the unexpected.
Oh yeah. Shorty turned on me so fast, it made no sense. But you know what? You was there for that lotion gate shit. Let's keep going.
All right.
Okay. If you, as my friend, right, if I don't want to talk about something And you're always trying to get me to see the side of why someone could think you're this way. Can you just see the side of why, when you're not saying, hey, you know what, I could see why you think this way, because it is better for us to think more independently on both standpoints. It doesn't make sense to even call yourself a person that is so pro something if all of your opinions is based in emotions and how you feel about one person. Why are we still talking about the issues of racism based on the influence of our vote when we can literally say nobody that we ever have to pick is going to be for our best interest as individual groups, which is why we are having this emotional ass conversation that the liberals keep wanting us to have.
Oh
That
my
kind of sounds
God,
like, hey, I
girl.
had to cut my family off. I had
Okay.
She be
Which party
spazzing.
works with us the most, girl? Which party actually gives us a seat at the table so we can talk about the transgressions that Black people have here in America? What political party does that? Let's have the Republicans ever gave a fuck about what you got going on as a Black woman in
What
America?
party had a convention where someone said Puerto Rico was a floating pile of trash, despite Puerto Rico being a part of our country? Like, bro, we gotta stop playing. Like, the Republicans have been on a racist tirade since 2016, bro. They've been going absolutely crazy.
Right, I said at least the Democratic Party try to implement laws and implement amendments to keep and help the Black community, so we don't have to lose our vote, so we don't have to lose our citizenship, so we can be in positions of power, so we can sit up and get the same things that other races have access to, the same things that other minorities and other people get here in America. But guess what? You know what your party did? They took away DEI. That right took away DEIA, which you as a handicapped girl, because we know you handicapped, now will not be able to get certain positions that could have been offered to you. They took that away. Accessibility is wheelchair ramps and steps and elevators, but they took that away from you, girl. See, you could be qualified for this position, but since you are a Black woman, they don't want to give it to you.
Yeah, man. Like, voting for Trump wasn't the best move, my mind. I know you wouldn't get along with Anti and the rest of them niggas, but them niggas is stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Them niggas in the same a different bracket that benefits them. That's why they like Trump, because
And they gonna keep
Anton
getting
is a
money talking
millionaire.
about Black women.
He got millions off talking about Black women.
Still do.
And he's in a different bracket, so of course his the big beautiful bill that these motherfuckers voted for benefits Anton. Girl, it don't benefit you in no way, shape, or form. They want you still barefoot in the kitchen, pregnant, and shutting the fuck up and looking like a picture on the wall. Sit there, look pretty, and don't say a word. That's what they want you to do. They don't even want women like you educated.
They don't. She'll learn one day. Shout out to Fantasy Island Girl being a real bitch.
to do this because they didn't think the way I wanted to think. So if I'm saying, you know what, I don't want to have this conversation because it's going a certain way, and you keep trying to get me to think a certain, what is that? Is that respecting that I don't think that way?
No, because you called with the conversation and you gave your opinion.
No, I didn't.
And then that is exactly what happened. You called with the conversation. You gave your opinion. As I tried to give my opinion, you tried to shut me up.
Okay.
And then you got upset. So you're being disingenuous right now because you know that was a sequence of events. Fantasy. So with that in mind, you're being triggered because of the stuff that you saw online and not from what I did to you.
Fantasy, I'm not triggered. Do you think this conversation
Yes, it is triggered right now.
I don't even I was cussing earlier. I'm actually talking nice to you.
It's
you
not
think
about
you're gonna gaslight me like a Black liberal?
Out of your mouth.
No. What I'm saying is that if yes, I'm like, okay, do you see these people keep coming? I've been telling you this since the video, right? Oh, you shouldn't do it, just don't address it. I've said this, right? Because you are my friend. Okay. However, if I'm saying what I'm gonna do, a friend to me and what I never did to you, whether you cuss niggas out, whether you said this, even in real time, I'm not saying, okay, whatever. I always try to see where you're coming from.
And okay, did I not do
even
that?
Even if it's disrespectful to me, even if it constantly interrupts what I think. I said, you know what? No, you didn't. So what it is that if you're saying, no,
it sounds like you just want Shorty to agree with you. It sounds like you don't want her to have any pushback, but if you vent in the moment, just go ahead and agree. and don't say nothing. Have no pushback. Let you get your shit off. And she's not that kind of friend. That's why y'all friends. You need somebody soft like TJ to talk to.
We're going to have this conversation so people can see black people, and Fantasy wants to call and have this conversation. So we're going to see black people have this conversation.
What?
Because she wants to call it and confront me. Okay, so she wants this, and this ain't about to be private. This is about to stay public. So how it is that if I'm having a perspective, I don't expect nobody to agree. But if I'm like, this is what it is, you decided to position yourself and give me advice because you agreed, or you could understand why these people think this way as a black liberal woman. Okay, so
no,
it's not a no. It's not a no. That's what you did. So if I say, okay, I didn't ask for advice. I don't want to hear that. I'm just saying what I'm thinking. You're saying, I know you didn't ask for advice, but then you proceed to inject your perspectives onto me.
Which is not advice, it's my opinion. Just like you gave your opinion. I gave my opinion. I didn't ask you to take my advice because I didn't give you any.
I didn't ask for advice. All I gave you was my opinion.
You were being rude. I listened to your opinion. I tried to give my opinion. No advice. I didn't say you don't need to do this. You shouldn't talk to these bitches about this. I didn't say none of that. I said what my thoughts were. And then you said this. So that doesn't line up. That's the point. You're trying to paint me with a brush that doesn't fit.
Hold on, I'm gonna address this thing. No, I'm not trying to paint you with nothing. What I'm saying is, if I don't...
You're upset that she gave you pushback and she didn't automatically agree with you. You're being childish. You're being very childlike right now. Somebody got to tell you, you're being childlike right now. You're being childish. Your friend is trying to give you solid advice. You called her talking about your grievances, and when she have any kind of concerns or pushback, it's a problem. That's petty. And this is something that women do in relationships too. And when a man can't come and talk to his woman no more because he know she's not going to listen, she's going to prioritize her feelings or have the expectation that I should just be quiet and listen and not have any pushback. You become somebody who, I can't really talk to. Let's keep going. We almost done with this one.
If I'm not asking for advice and I'm just saying what I think, and this is a rhetorical question, I do not understand, and I want to know, why do people who think like you feel like it is their job to try to give their opinion that I already expressed that I don't agree with, try to give me another form of their opinion to change what I think?
Then why the fuck did you call me? Why did you call me to give me your opinion and not want any of mine? Why? Okay. That doesn't make any sense.
First of all,
that makes no sense.
When we call each other, because I don't want to do that to you, when we call each other about events, just like when you call me about something, I don't try to get you or say you need to think like me. So the
you
same
tell
way
me your opinion,
and this is where it goes.
Like I didn't say you need to think like me.
What? So you call this girl asking for? You call this girl asking for opinion. She gives it, and you think she's giving you advice? That's not giving you advice. Or you ask for her opinion or something. And I'm like, just because she offers her opinion doesn't mean that you have. I'm like, it's either take heed to what her opinion is, and you can make the changes that you want. You have the choice to make the changes that you want. But you can't sit up and blame her, sit up and try to think she's trying to coerce you into thinking like her. That's not how that goes. If you're asking for her opinion, you're asking for her opinion. Once she gives her opinion, if you don't agree with it, then go on about your business. If you do agree with it, then take heed of what she says. But I don't understand why you sit up and think calling somebody and asking them for an opinion is them trying to coerce you to changing your mind.
Not exactly what that is. That's not what that is at all. You're being selfish and childish. There you go.
Give me your opinion every time.
Thank you to whoever. If it's what I think, and this is what I want to think, she's like, oh, well, then don't call me with your opinion. You want to know why this is exactly what I'm saying?
That's a lie.
This is exactly what I'm saying.
That's a lie. I listen to your opinion, which is why I'm saying
you're not about to overtalk me on what I'm talking about. You did that on the phone, which is why I hung up. And this is what you wanted to do. And I just said, I'm going to keep this public because I am fucking over this shit. Since when do this girl has called me repeatedly with stuff in situations. When you're friends with people, you call people. Why are we in this weird space? You call people. And then what happens when you call Fantasy? She wants to interrupt and try to get you to think like her. And so you talk like you need to be like this, like with her. And so I say, you know what, Fantasy, I'm not trying to. And she's one of the people. She ain't even what this is about. But hit dogs holler. She's one of the people. what happens is we think that because your friend is talking to you, which I understand this, that is your turn to kind of help your friend understand the other person's position instead of you actually grasping what they think since you call yourself a friend.
She sound like
and say, you know what, I hear where you're coming from. That is
Yeah, she's sick, bro. She mad as hell. She sound like they was fucking and they broke up or something.
She sound like Ilkhan Ali saying a whole lot of nothing. Like a whole lot of nothing. I'm trying to get what your point is. You haven't given me a sufficient amount of points for you to even sit up and consider what you're saying, Frank. Frank, at this point, what are you crying about? You when you haven't even stated what Fantasy Island has said to make you change your mind or feel like she was trying to change your mind, or you haven't paint a better picture, girl, because it's not helping.
You gotta learn how to make concise points. And yeah,
I'm
they're really not
confused at
friends,
this
babe.
point.
I agree. They're not friends. I think Fantasy Island Girl tried to be genuine, but I think Lucki need therapy.
She don't know. I'm telling. She don't know what friends are. She don't know how to be a friend.
No, my wife says y'all not really friends because the way y'all talking to each other, and that's not a friend. Y'all relationship is fake. This relationship is fake from the beginning, and it has run its course. Friends don't speak to each other like this. Friends wouldn't speak to each other like this. They would have worked everything out. This would have never came online. I agree.
Yeah.
Lucky you don't have any real friends. She said that earlier. I kind of skipped that part, but she said that. She's
I mean,
clearly
she
one of
literally
those
she
women
kept
who don't
saying,
have female
oh, I'm
friends.
sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm like, she literally just kept saying, "Oh, this is gonna be online. Oh, I'm gonna keep this online." What kind of what? I would have, huh? If a person didn't see this
All your
live,
friends talk to them, dog.
you wasn't trying to. You was pretty much doing what most people do. You was pretty much trying to get the clickbait. Because you know this is gonna be the argument of the year. You might as well say.
Yeah, the video got like 2,000 views.
You might as well say
You
this is gonna be the
showed your
argument of the year.
friendship out with her for 2,000 measly ass views.
No, y'all wasn't friends. Well, Fantasy Island, you finding out she really wasn't your friend. Walk like a duck, talk like a duck, and waddle like a duck is a duck to me. Yeah, well, she been a duck.
Shit, that's all I got tonight. Now I'm about to get the fuck out of here. Make me some food. Well, put me some food in a microwave that my wife cooked, and then go to bed.
I don't blame you, because boy, I'm enjoying this new update though. This update kind of cool.
I'm disappointed in look. I think she needs to just recenter herself and just stop running away your friends and people who actually give a fuck about you. With that being said, I am out of here, man.
Have a good night.
No outro.